The Bible isn't just a book of random stories. It's 66 different books that come together to tell one story. An incredible one about God's love for us. And now for an amazing story, inspired by the book of Genesis, chapter 37.
Many years before, God had promised that he would grow Abraham's family into a great nation. And with his grandson Jacob's many children, that was well on the way.
I am proud of you, my sons.
His next youngest son, Joseph, spoke up.
All of us, Dad? You didn't see Dan and Asher let 2 of your sheep fall into a well.
Tattletale.
Joseph's brothers glared at him. They all knew that Joseph was the favorite. In fact, Jacob had given Joseph a beautiful coat woven with rich colors. Joseph waved his hand so the bright red of the sleeve caught the light.
Just telling it like it is.
But telling the truth didn't make Joseph any more popular with his older brothers. A short time later, he joined Reuben, Simeon, and Dan, and all the rest out in the fields.
Hey, anybody want to hear my dream?
No.
We were all tying up bundles of grain, and then all your bundles of grain bowed down to mine. You've got grain for brains if you think you'll rule over us. Just telling you what I saw.
Keep the next dream to yourself.
A short while later, Joseph did have another dream.
There were 11 stars, that's you guys, bowing down to me.
For goodness sake, Joe, you're not helping yourself.
But Joseph was so fascinated with his own dreams, he couldn't stop talking. A short while later, he even told his father. The moon and sun were bowing down to me too.
You really think your mother and I would bow down to you?
But I'm just telling you.
Yes, I know, but I've got an errand for you. Your brothers are caring for the flocks near Shechem now. Go see how everything's going, then come back and tell me.
Okay, sure, Dad.
So Joseph set off for Shechem, but when he arrived, his brothers were nowhere to be found.
A local man shrugged and pointed.
Ain't here anymore. I heard him say, let's make tracks for Dothan.
So Joseph set out once more across the wide, empty plains. As he neared Dothan, he could see his brothers and their flocks from far off. They could see him coming, too.
You're kidding me. That dreamer's followed us out here?
Let's do away with him.
Could toss him in any empty well.
And say a wild animal got him.
See if his dreams come true then.
Their eldest brother Reuben heard these plans.
Okay, fine, you can put him in this empty well, but don't take his life.
Reuben couldn't stomach what his brothers were about to do, so he left to search for a sheep that had strayed.
They'll get bored of this. I can sneak Joseph out later and get him home.
The other brothers watched with glee as Joseph arrived.
Hey, dreamer. How about dreaming up some fine coats for the rest of us?
Or we could just take that one.
The brothers circled Joseph, tugging off his coat. Hey, what are you doing? Dad says... Simeon and Dan each grabbed Joseph by one arm.
Dad's not here.
And he's definitely not down there.
Before Joseph even had time to think, his brothers had dropped him down into a dry well.
You can't do this! It's cold! Good. Maybe you'll cool off.
The brothers ignored Joseph's cries and sat down to dinner.
Come on, get me out!
Someone make him be quiet. Look, traitors.
A caravan of camels loaded with spices came trekking right by the brothers' camp.
Joseph's no good to us if we hurt him. But if we sell him...
We get some cash. And we get rid of him.
So the brothers carried out their terrible plan. They pulled Joseph from the well and sold him to the traders for silver coins.
This isn't fair.
Bye-bye, dreamer. Hope you like Egypt.
Yeah, get ready to walk like an Egyptian.
Later, Reuben returned and checked the well, planning to sneak Joseph out, but it was empty.
He's gone. What should I do?
Chill out, he's not dead.
But what do I tell our father?
Dan held up Joseph's brightly colored coat.
We got this.
Yes. I see a tragic story unfolding right now.
The brothers took Joseph's coat and dipped it in the blood of a goat. Then they took it to their father.
So, Dad, we found this. Does it belong to Joseph?
That's his robe.
Jacob examined the bloodstains in horror.
A wild animal must have attacked him. He's dead. My son is dead. I will mourn him until I die.
The brothers exchanged glances. No one, not even Reuben, spoke up with the truth that their brother was still alive. In fact, Joseph had been taken all the way to Egypt and sold to a man named Potiphar, who was the captain of Pharaoh's palace guard.
I don't know how to walk like an Egyptian.
Then you'd better learn.
Though Joseph was now a slave in a foreign land, God was with him. And over the next few years, God would give Joseph success in everything he did.